Welcome to Retro Sports Gamer Channel. I'm Tim Kittredge from NBA Jam and Mutant Football League, NFL Blitz, and a few other games. Boom shakalaka! Kaboom! Let's go!
Hey everyone, Trojan 1979. I hope you enjoyed the ESPN-style primetime playoff highlights there. Just a taste of things we may be doing in the future, but recapping on some of the better games of the playoffs. We've had a long journey to get here. Wanted to touch base as quickly as I possibly can. Would like to thank everyone who's been a part of the tournament this year, both as a commentator, a viewer, and a player. Actually, so all three of those things. There's a lot of people to thank, and I'll make sure to do that at the end of the video. But I just want to acknowledge that there are a lot of important people that are out there, and just take a moment at the end of all of this to watch that video. I really appreciate it. I wanted to also just acknowledge this is our largest tournament to date at 64 players, and we've definitely benefited from some of the stay-at-home orders. People were stuck inside looking for something to do, and I'm just thankful that we were able to get through this thing and mix up Tecmo a little bit with some of those fun themes. If you're thinking about doing this again in the future, definitely stick with us here on the Discord channel and on the Retro Sports Gamer channel. Just to recap, I do not run that channel. That is run by Tom Stanky, and I'm just a contributor, and they also help cover our Gblan Full Nelson Tecmo, as well as the Edge of 94 tournaments for NHL 94 that we run. If you are interested in continuing to play Tecmo throughout the summer, we do have some exciting things coming up leading to our live Full Nelson tournament, and you want to stay tuned for that. But we are happy to announce we're going to be having tournaments that span a course of 2 weeks with the group play and playoffs with paid entry, a portion going to the winner, and then the remainder going into the prize pools for the Full Nelson tournament being held in Green Bay, Wisconsin, September the 19th at Bammer's Bar. So wanted to just touch on that briefly. You'll see more details to come, but if you're interested in that, definitely stick around. Follow us on Facebook, Gblan on Facebook. You can also join the World Tecmo Association on Facebook, and stay tuned to this Discord channel and YouTube channel, and we'll have more updates for you there as well. So without further ado, here are the final games for the entire tournament, and we're very thankful that you've been with us. Here we go. Welcome, Tecmo Super Bowl fans. This is Trojan 1979 here on the Retro Sports Gamer channel. We're excited to bring you Finals Week. Finally, Joey Gatz and Pete Titterai doing battle. If you hear some rattling in the background, that's our friend Fast Ed getting his props ready. How's it going, Fast Ed?
Doing well. This is a heck of a matchup right here. Joey Gatz and Pete Titterai. I've played them both many times, beaten them both many, many, many times, but I'm interested.
It's not about you. So Joey Gatz, I
can't wait to see this one.
Joey Gatz has won our tournament before. Pete Titterai continues to improve year to year with his placings. If he were to lose this game, then he'd be battling for the losers finals, which will be broadcast after this game. The winner of this game is going to be battling for the championship. The person who gets all the way through the loser side has the burden of beating the winner of this game 2 times. So both these guys have gone undefeated within the playoffs up to this point. And this should be a good one. Both of these guys are really solid players, and tapping really isn't a major tool. They're just really good players all around, smart, decisive players. So let's take a look at everything going on. So, hey, Trojan up here, and we've got Dwight Schrute down there below. That's haunting. I'm not going to lie. Fast Ed down below there, and we've got a match between the Vikings and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Assistant to the announcer, Fast Ed, go ahead and break down this matchup.
Assistant announcer, if you will. This is a heck of a matchup. Like you said, both these guys are very methodical. You will not see any mistakes in this game. Of course, now that I say that, we'll probably see 4 turnovers, but usually you don't. This is going to be a clinic, and if people are watching this game, it's a good way to play. So you might want to emulate what you see on the screen right now between Joey Gatz and Pete Titterai. Joey Gatz in the purple of Minnesota, Pete Titterai of Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is probably going to utilize the quarterback running a lot, and I'm interested to see what Joey Gatz does on offense here. He's got Anthony Carter and a very average running game with Herschel Walker, so let's see what happens.
All right, so we got the run up the middle here. Rick Fenny gets about 4 yards, and it looks like he has Fenny on one play, Walker on the other 3. Nothing disguising that second run play. Called pass 1, and no jump pick. Does get it to Carter. It's always a risk when you throw over Haddix, but first down for Joey Gatz.
Wow. Even Joey Gatz on a called play just makes it look so easy there to a wide open Anthony Carter. Good Lord.
Well, he did take the top DB, and he had no one covering at that point, so second down and 6 after the scramble.
I know, but Gatz under pressure still found him. I mean, it's no problem for him.
So here comes
There's
Walker.
the Herschel I know.
And I think that's partially why he had that play in the playbook. He knows that if you keep running away from the top guy and there's no safety coverage, you're going to have an option there. So tapping, and finally taken down. Tim Newton with the drone sack, second down and 17 here for Joey Gatz.
Fig Newton with the sack. That was nice. That was original flavor, too.
And nice completion to Carter. Second time he hit him on that play, and a first down for Joey Gatz.
Well, you think you might want to cover the only player on the offense of Minnesota at some point, huh?
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. So Whiskey Wade Wilson, rest his soul, gets about 5, second and 5.
Look at me all critical of these two guys in the semifinals.
So here comes Whiskey Wade Wilson.
How did they get here?
Oh, he's got him. Rick Fenny in the end zone. Titerai got just out of position on that lane, slowed down. And Rick Fenny for the 6 and takes the lead.
That is a touchdown. And for every touchdown that we see here today, I will be donating absolutely nothing to the Salvation Army of Metro Detroit.
Cold, man. That's cold.
I can't right now because it's not winter, and I do put a couple bucks every time I see a red kettle. So I really do. But right now I'm not donating a darn thing for a touchdown, but I am at least making you aware that they do good things. All right.
Look.
Tampa Bay now on offense. I expect a lot of Testaverde running the ball. So we'll see if that happens.
I used to do some IT work for a company that made those giant kettles for the malls. Completion to John Harvey, and it's behind the line of scrimmage. Actually loses 2 yards.
Did Joey Gatz just out tap somebody? Let me go buy a lotto ticket after that.
Well, tapping at all, I guess, would be the strategy that he decides to employ or not employ. If he wants to tap, he can go 12, 13, 14.
No.
Oh, I've seen it. He just chooses not to.
If you're multiplying by 2, he can. I've never seen that, but I haven't played him in a while either because he's scared. I'm calling you out, Joey.
Oh, and Pete Titerai runs out of bounds, which I think was not intentional. First down in 10. That is a
mistake. You cannot make that mistake on a short fourth down run there where he had it. He had the first down. He just ran out of bounds accidentally. Oh, huge.
Run 2 up the middle, just 4 yards. Nicely played by Pete Titerai. And looks like he's going right back to it. This time, much better blocking. Haddix is on an island. This is a problem. And he gets the bump. Finally, the drones are there, but not before a first and goal. Welcome to the second quarter. 7-0. Joey Gatz over Pete Titerai.
Can't give Joey Gatz a short field. You see what he does? Just gets chunks after chunks of yards there, just really easy. And as soon as he hits that B button to pass the ball and calls a pass play, like he did on the first touchdown, he's either going to run it with a quarterback, and if you blitz, he's going to find the open man. And if you don't, he's going to run. I mean, it's impossible to stop him.
Up the middle.
And now tap him. Ooh.
Looks like Pete Titerai gets him there. Speaking of chunks, wonder if the nerves are kicking in.
Maybe, but he's a veteran too, Pete Titerai, so I don't think any nerves are going to get to him. Oh, he's running.
And they get the QB scrambles. Joey Gatz extends his lead. And there's a fake donation to the Salvation Army.
Oh, once again, that touchdown is brought to you by the Salvation Army. Ring a bell. For every touchdown in this game, I will donate nothing to the Salvation Army until the winter when I see a red bucket. Well.
And here comes Cobb. Rest his soul. Man, there are a lot of dead players in this game. This is unfortunate. Out to the 10. First and 10 for Pete Titerai. He's not out of it, but he definitely needs to do something with this possession. And I believe he kicked off to start the game, so he will have another possession.
Yeah.
So getting something is critical here.
Yeah, if he can score, and maybe leave a minute left on the clock and prevent Gats from scoring. He gets the ball back, and he essentially could tie the game. So this is crucial to not only score, but to clock manage on this drive. Boy, it sounded like I knew what I was talking about.
Well, a broken head is right twice a day. Here comes a weak side open run.
5 o'clock somewhere, but not right now.
Here comes Merriweather against Anderson, and the run goes for a first down. Not running out of bounds this time is Pete Titterai, and he just has to breathe, take some time off the clock, and find a way to punch it in.
Well, he took a minute there to get 12 yards, so he's doing it right so far.
That's Tampa Bay for you. Here comes Jerry Curl Anderson out of bounds. 2:54 total time remaining.
Good run there. I'm okay with preserving the clock there and going out of bounds. Be safe.
Here's pass 2 up to Carrier. Gets the auto dive on 2 drones, and he's going to go out of bounds across the 50 and a first down to the 46.
This drive has gone perfectly as planned so far for Pete Titterai.
Same play. Testaverde just going to keep it on the ground with his legs. Tap, tap.
Ooh,
breaks the tackle and gets the first down with just another pixel forward.
Let that clock run. There you go. Since you've stayed in bounds, you might as well let it run. Clock not a factor yet.
Bottom hash mark. Merriweather on defense, and that he's got 2 guys open. Ron Hall, and he had Carrier up there, but he had Browner defending. So first down and 10. Gats taking away the touchdown.
Absolute smart play there by Pete Titterai. Throwing again. He's going to run it, though. No, he's got it. Oh, he had him for a touchdown.
Well,
Testaverde would have made that throw.
We'll never know. Second down and 3. Weak side open from the top hash mark.
We will never know the rest of our life. He's got it.
He's got. Oh, maybe he doesn't. Tap, tap, tap. Wasting more time. Actually, pretty fortuitous that it worked that way. And the moonwalk.
Oh,
Jamon. Show us the replay. What happened
there? Well, he was about to go into the end zone, but then all of a sudden, boom, he got tied up, threw him off. Boom, got tied up another guy, killed another 10 seconds. Boom, ran into the end zone, and then little moonwalk backwards. That was sweet. And he left him with less than a minute to go, like I said he should have. Beautiful. Now, Anthony Carter is a factor.
You have a 1 and 2 chance here with this playbook. I mean, so he didn't call the right one. You basically want to take away 1 and 3. So he's got the isolation, and if Gats hits this is a big time, devastating thing.
Not going to make it all the way. But it's going to be close.
And there's the overthrow pick. He gets out of bounds.
Yes.
So that was close. Welcome to halftime. Gats up by a touchdown. What did you see in the first half?
Well, I saw a clinic on offense by Joey Gats, number 1. He scored both times he had the ball, obviously, except for the Hail Mary. But Pete Titterai did just fine as well. He had the first down, except he went out of bounds on that first drive he had. Otherwise, I truly believe he would have driven down the field. So that really was the crucial moment of the game and why he is down 14-7. But he needed to score at the end of the half and not let Gats score and get the ball back is exactly what he did. So he has set himself up to tie the game instead of a possible blowout. So we have a ball game. And you should. This is the semifinals. These guys didn't get here, because they're going to get blown out. So we'll see.
And just to clarify, it's the winners' finals. The loser of this has to play at minimum 2 more games. So
okay,
or I should say, loser of this has 1 more game, but could play 2 more potentially. So first down and 10. Nice run there by Pete Titterai, single back formation. Browner against formation, call play. Perfect position. You're not going to get a jump pick from Browner on Testaverde there, so that was safe. Second down and 10.
I would just keep running it. Joey Gats is retreating on the run right now. Oh, and then just
nice evasion.
Twice.
Throws it into a sea of purple.
Just a little reverse pass there. A lateral, we call it. And he could call this play again. Wow.
Oh, this time the overthrow interception by Carl Lee and out of bounds of the 40. Back to back. Joey Gats finding a way to look all the way from Green Bay, Wisconsin to the Pacific Northwest to look at his controller. Really impressive effort on his part.
Wow. Here's what I understand. Pete Titterai was running the ball at will on the first 2 or 3 plays of this drive to start the half. and then passed it 3 times in a row, and Joey Gatz called it 3 times in a row, which means Joey Gatz is calling passes. That's why you were running so effectively, and just it's. Oh, I would have kept running it. Do what works. If it's working, it's not broken, right? Don't fix it. Nothing was broken. Now Joey Gatz is gonna let's just watch in awe of his maestro-ness here.
So Wilson just keeps it on the ground. I would have liked to see him get a bounce. He was already past the marker. But taking down inbounds, in the pressure that Carter has at the top there, I mean, you've got the entire going up. He's taking a shot here anyway. That is really risky. Wow.
That was a Haddix versus Carter right there. That was. Whew.
So here's
Whiskey
5
Wade, guys,
and it's deflected at the line. No chance.
Wow.
Look, he was going for the
huge.
Walker underneath there.
That's huge. Potato Rye must have called a run there. 5 guys were open. Now he calls his play. Big third down.
Crossfield.
Gatz get lucky.
And
No!
Was that Ricky Reynolds that knocked that down? 4th down and 10.
Ooh, Ricky, don't lose that number.
Haddock's going to try to rush this in, and it should be good. It's a little above the holder's finger.
Maybe high.
But he got her. Fuad gets it done, 17-7. That 2-score advantage really big here as the third quarter is winding down. And as player 2, the onside factor is virtually non-existent as far as your chances are concerned. To the 13 and 1st and 10 for Pete Titterai. I would imagine before the quarter ends, he might take a shot down the field. 2nd down and 15.
Now he goes back to the run, and all of a sudden Joey Gatz calls a run. I mean, that's 4 plays in a row. Crazy.
So dodging. Well, Keith Millard is really after Testaverde right now. He's going up to Carrier. So he can probably drop it on the 30 or 20 here. Okay. So just too much coverage, and the throw was on target, so no chance. And now you're hoping you don't have a call play here. He doesn't. So he's got Ron Hall.
Well, this is 4-down territory, obviously, and got a
playoff
4 before the end of the quarter. I like it.
Keith Millard on defense. It's not called. And Testaverde.
Okay, so he's going to run it.
It's way overthrown.
He's way
overthrown. He's positionally too high, and now Joey Gatz is in a situation here where, I mean, it's his game to lose. Pete Titterai would need a quick stop to hold him to 3 points, score. I mean, this has to happen quickly. You can't give up a touchdown if you do. This game is essentially over.
There it is. Look at this.
And there it is. Wow, Joey Gatz putting the proverbial dagger. 3-score advantage now in the 4th quarter. They didn't come over too well over the mic. I'm sorry.
That was the Price is Right.
Loser
horn there for Titterod.
Well, at least he can get it out of his system here. I mean, he's not lost a playoff game to this point. If someone calls this matchup on me, I mean, at least on paper, I think that the Vikings are the better team. Obviously, the Vinny factor is really appealing, but as player. As player 2, I mean, the running attack, you just don't have the blocking against this team. So he's calling pass all the time. There's the JJ. He's been trying to go for that all game. Really good completion past the 45.
I mean, it's not that Titterod has been playing bad. He just made a couple of mistakes, and against Joey Gatz, you cannot make any mistakes. And the running, like I said, the running out of bounds in the first quarter accidentally that gave Joey the ball at the 20. Was just a killer. Put him down 14-0 when really he should have had the ball and driven down to tie it. And I think that was the deciding factor of the game. That one play early on, that's how crazy the game just completely changed.
On top of that, we got a diving attempt here, no go. 3rd down and 6 for Pete Titterai. The amount of call plays was abnormally high. Pete Titterai was sitting with a condensed playbook, and he was getting a call left and right. Another 1st down here. Time really ticking away. He'll make every effort to try to advance the score here.
He's got to do a better job of hiding his controller. I mean, really, that's all I can say. Can't show him your cards. Okay, obviously Gats isn't looking at it, but man, Gats is.
And there's a touchdown for
drive.
Pete Titterai.
Hey, it's not over. I mean, it's over, but it's not over. You know what? I'm going to make that my blockbuster play of the game right there. Sponsored by Blockbuster Video. Right now, you can get buy one, get one free at the only remaining Blockbuster in Bend, Oregon. Blockbuster, the last one on Earth until there's another one.
Whiskey Wade Wilson. Look at that return. He's a team player taking that special teams role. And Haddix across the formation run 3, and Walker's just going to waste time here. And out of bounds he goes. 2nd down and 23.
So right now you have to call passes and blitz. And if he runs, he runs. And if he finds an open man, he finds an open man. But you can't let him run back in the
nice dive by Pete Titterai using a timeout.
I expect Gats to pass this ball, run back, kill about 45 seconds, throw it deep. I mean, that's what I would do. No. This is why I'm not Joey Gats. And he goes out of bounds.
And there's the punt.
So we'll have about 40 seconds left for a Hail Mary onside kick field goal, which is possible.
So
he has to get the Hail Mary on this play.
And a call play. You just got to eat it here. I mean, just take the sack.
Yeah, it cost an extra 10 seconds without taking the sack. I mean, seriously, Joey, are you looking at his controller? I mean, this is a lot of plays called. That's impressive, to be honest with you. Oh, look at the
crossfield! My goodness sake! And he's running out of time here. Last play.
Oh, he got it. Let's just.
And the dive.
7. Oh, what a play!
What was the spread? Oh my goodness! Joey Gats triumphant into the finals king seat. He's got a game to give, and if he wins one more game, he is the champion. Pete Titterai is going to have to battle it out with Randy Weggs, the defending tournament of this champion. So out of the frying pan into the fire, but well done, Joey Gats. Pete Titterai definitely not out of it, and we're happy to see you in the next game. So for Fast Ed, really thank you for calling this all season long. Big props to you, and if just a quick shout out to anyone anywhere near the state of Michigan, definitely want to check out the Detroit Kumite whenever that happens next time, usually in roughly March, if I remember correctly. So anything you want to say about that before we go on to the next game?
Yeah, we run a really good live tournament. So do a lot of other people. So we're right up there with you guys. And follow Tecmo Kumite Detroit on Facebook for all the updates. And there you go. Tecmo Kumite Detroit. Rock City.
Excellent. Fast Ed on the mic all tournament long. Great stream put on by the Retro Sports Gamer crew, Tom and company, making it happen over there. So, all right, we're going to have another game for you after this break. Hang tight.
2 MVPs, 2 rings. I've been working hard. Maybe this year, I'll take a little time off. There, that was refreshing.
All men are created equal. Some just work harder in the preseason.
And we are back. Trojan 1979 here on the Retro Sports Gamer channel. Welcome to the losers final here of the Gblan 2020 Online Tecmo Super Bowl tournament. Pete Titterai, you just witnessed losing to Joey Gats in the winner's bracket final. And he goes right out of the frying pan into the fire, taking on tournament defending champion Randy Weggs. The winner of this game has the daunting task to go face Joey Gats. And the winner of that game, depending on who it is. So if Joey Gats wins that game, it's over and he'd be the champion. or the winner of this game has to win twice to win the championship. So some really good Tecmo ahead of us here. Pete Titterai, Randy Wags. Let's take a look at what's happening here with this matchup. And by the way, got a new color commentator this week. I'm Trojan up here. Darth Rockman, wave to the fans. It's been far too long, my friend. Founder of the TTL and the, I guess, the 2-year TPC champion.
2 years in a row, TPC 2 champion. Yes, I'm definitely going to take that title and go for it as long, possibly 3 years.
Couldn't have nothing to do with the fact that it didn't happen this year. Thanks, COVID.
Oh,
no.
COVID. Everyone forfeited.
Right, except for you. You were there. You were the bar owner didn't know you were there. Moore didn't know you were there, but you were there. So the burden is on you to prove it otherwise. So loser bracket finals, Pete Titterai calls Rams and the Bengals. And this is actually a replay of the matchup that was chosen for the first ever Tecmo Milwaukee tournament between Matt Miller, also known as Ones, and we've got it was Rico was the other player. So kind of interesting matchup. Why don't you break down what the fans should look out for in something like this?
Yeah, Rams versus Cincinnati I think is a good matchup. Obviously, with the Rams, you have a high-powered offense that has high pass control, high reception receivers, but you have that kind of matched with Fulcher. And then on the backside, you have Cincinnati, who's got a pretty good offense, pretty good running game. Some, receivers are okay, but the defense of the Rams is not so good. So it's kind of a balancing act between these two teams, and it should be a good game.
We see a mix of single back, weak side open, and then the 2 shotgun plays on 3 and 4 pass. So first down and 10, single back formation for Randy Wags.
Pretty standard playbook here. It's one of my favorite playbooks that he's got in here. And, I don't know. That's what else you can say about it. It's nothing too fancy with this one, but just a standard way to go at it.
Good run to start the drive here. You see you've got 3 plays basically targeting Kevin Green. Hand to Esiason trying to buy time, and the drones finally get their second down and 18.
Yeah, had everyone covered there. Not really much to go, and probably didn't want to just throw it up. You could try and run with Boomer a little bit, but didn't have much to go on there.
Called pass 4. Going to Rodney Holman down below. He's got the JJ between 4 defenders. First down, Randy Wags.
Oh, is that nice? I think he's probably just trying to throw that away and ends up getting a little JJ there. So got lucky with that one. So nice play, I guess, by Randy Wags.
That was a laser. And we've got a run 1 to the top. James Brooks with a good block assist and gets to the marker measurement and a first down.
Yeah, probably doesn't get that many yards if he takes linebacker 4 Kevin Green in that one, but he takes the top safety there and kind of gets caught with the run 1 a little bit.
Another pick play, trying to go up to Brown. Does not get that cut in, which means no JJ attempts or dive. Second down and 10. Here comes a weak side open run.
Always kind of surprised at the amount of players that do take risks with just trying to throw it away. He got away with one there and gets a nice little gain here, but I always thought that, man, you still have a chance of interception there. Why even throw that? Just try and get a quarterback sneak or something like that to be a little bit safer.
Here's the pitch to James Brooks. And really good blocking here. There's the bump. Should be a house call. Touchdown, Randy Wags.
Yeah, nice play there. It's one of those things that's the problem with taking Kevin Green is if it's a run and shoot and you got linebacker 4, run 3 is not a good play to be on. And, you can try and take, one of the secondaries with that, but then you get that slow speed. So that's the problem with the Rams. It's just they don't have a really good, fast defense, and Cincinnati can take advantage of that.
So 7-0 game here. Randy Wags kicking off to Pete Titterai. And Eller takes it to the 11. So very similar playbook, except you have the offset on pass 2 and run 4.
Yeah, I think this is geared against Fulcher's because Fulcher's not real good against that offset. A lot of guys going at him, and that's probably why he's got that nice little hitch route there. Nice.
Gaston Green with the first down and moving the chains here 1 for 1. And Cleveland Gary into place, so you got to be careful and keep him near the sideline. Yeah,
a little bit. I think he's got, 38 ball control, which isn't too bad. his chances of a fumble goes up a little bit, but nothing that I was overly ever concerned about. I'm more concerned about throwing an interception to Fulcher myself.
He wanted it all there in between 3 defenders, at least in average condition. Shouldn't have to worry about a jumping interception. Cleveland Gary up to the edge here. And, wow, Pete Titterai with a huge tap there.
Yeah.
And here he goes, zigzagging 50, 45-40 to the 30. Out of bounds at the 28-yard line, first down.
Yeah, nice taps by Pete on that one. I think Randy can tap pretty good too. Perhaps Pete will take the taps in this overall. We'll find out. But you can see he's taking Francis on this
burner
play here, which is burn route there. And this is kind of what you set up on that. Is you want him to take Francis to try and contain that run one, but yet he's got that burn route with pass two, and a prime example of how that works on that play right there.
Down to 2 seconds here in the. Go ahead.
I even like putting it in pass one with the play action fake with that to try and get him to take Francis a little bit more often.
Gaston Green underneath, zigzagging and taken down past the marker first down. Welcome to the second quarter, 7-0. Randy Wiggs over Pete Titterai, who is driving in the red zone.
Yeah, we'll see what he does here. He's got some great receivers, but kind of, you run into that red zone problem. It doesn't really help you that much unless you're going for a CC up top. And the short field, you just overthrow him. So perhaps he'll try and run this ball in.
Fulcher on defense, weak side open run coming, and cross the formation through the line and in the end zone, touchdown, Pete Titterai. Gaston Green.
Yeah, that's what I kind of thought he would try and do. It's a matter of he's going to pick the play, and he just snuck it in there, cut it back up, and he gets a touchdown. So 7-7. So we got a close game for so far with this loser bowl, as I like to call it, the loser bowl.
Loser.
Although, as my daughter tells me, if you lose twice, you become a winner.
Oh wow, is that how that works? I said two wrongs don't make a right, but 3 lefts make a right. I don't know.
It's kind of like it's very similar to that theory.
So Pete Titterai's Lansford did a good job trying to miss the extra point there. We'll see if the kicking game becomes an issue later. Although you're trying not to score field goals in this game, you're trying to put touchdowns on the board.
Absolutely.
Plenty of time here for Randy Wiggs to get some points. I don't want to rush into a score here. He did receive the ball to open the game.
Possible tapping challenge on that play. He cut it back up, perhaps because he thinks he's going to lose that tapping battle. But that's why a lot of tappers will like that run too, is because it's one-on-one on that linebacker 4.
I don't think Randy Wiggs was expecting Pete Titterai to out-tap him. I know we've seen a number of tappers. Nice completion underneath for a first down. We've seen a number of tappers emerge as of late, developing their own techniques or modified slide, going up from the 11-12 territory up always to around 15-16. Here's a completion to Eddie Brown underneath in the middle of the field. Does get out of bounds and have first down.
Yeah, a lot of tappers kind of emerging, and I felt maybe a couple years ago that I was with an elite group, and now I feel like I'm among a group of members, and definitely not the fastest of all these tappers, and definitely not the most consistent. Because some of these guys can tap in the high teens consistently, and it's quite impressive. So, and it makes me rethink how to play my game. That's for sure.
So here's pass 2. And Esiason just keeps on the ground, moves the chains, first down. Randy Wiggs, 2:45 now on the clock of Tecmo time in the second.
That's right. 2:45 at Tecmo time, and Boomer is going to try and nickel this down. We'll see if he can milk that clock as much as possible, because the Rams, as we all know, have that JJ threat, and that's what you want to avoid if at all possible.
Completion underneath the Brooks and a first down. Randy Wiggs, again, more time off the clock, although with him going out of bounds, it's not taking away.
Let's see what he does here. If he goes for a tap-off challenge, he cuts it up. No, this time he's
does not want the tap at all. Randy Wiggs feels that that's not a guaranteed thing. So, and I've seen both players avoid the grapple altogether at this point. No one's confident that they're going to get the guy in the next grapple.
Yeah, playing a little bit different than they normally would.
Esiason out of bounds.
I really struggled with it for a long time, playing my first couple of guys like Jesus Loves Me Forever as a fast tapper. Not knowing how to play him and losing big by those guys just because I was just so used to out-tapping everybody. And you do learn how to play different, and you become a better player from playing people that out tap you. That's a matter of fact. That's just truth right there.
Here's some truth. It's 4th down and 1 that
Truth.
that Sneak did not get the first down, and here comes Esiason. And deflected at the line. Randy Wiggs, what he should have done is run to the top. He would have had more room there on that bottom receiver, the high-low game there.
Well, he had a tight end that was open, right? Is that what you're talking about?
No, he was going to the wide receiver 2 on pass 3.
Okay. I thought he was going to the...
It might have been Holman in that position, but as far as the curl route underneath.
I'm sorry, you're right. He was going to wide receiver 2 in that position, yeah. And he actually had him open. It just said it got the rare knockdown.
So Kevin Walker with the sack, 58 seconds of Tecmo time left in the second.
Rams still looking in great position for a JJ before the half here. He's probably got 2 shots. He's going to take one here.
How's the impression of myself?
It's just spot on. He's a dive.
Incomplete pass, 3rd and 16. So depending how long this play takes, if he doesn't score, he could potentially go for it on 4th down for another bomb. So Pete Titterai hoping he doesn't get a call play.
All the time on this, if I had to guess, if it's not called. He's a little short on that play. He knows he's got to run. Oh, he's going short here. He's going for a field goal, maybe? He can get out of bounds.
Boy, that's Lansford's going to be in a rough spot there.
What do you do? Yeah, what do you do on this one?
I think you got to throw it up.
I think you do too. You got Francis coming on you, right? So.
Well, I don't know that Lansford from 40 feet. What is that going to kick from the 46?
Oh, you're right. He might even be short. Yeah, it's a little risky from the. I think he's right at the 50, isn't he? And that, or maybe the 49 there of his own. So he might even be short if he kicks a field goal here. He's thinking about it.
And there's no condition checker, so we don't know, if conditions have changed. If a good would put him in the range, but
yeah, he's right at the 50 here, so it's possible, but you just don't know.
Gotta let go. He's running out of room here. Oh, he's got the JJ. Oh my Lord!
That's why you do it.
Holy smokes! The passing speed of Everett's a real thing.
Yeah. I think in that position, if you would have missed, I think there were 7 seconds left. So if you missed a field goal, it still gives the opponent a chance to get another play. So if you could have tried it and just missed, fine. But in this case, go for it. And it's either 7 points or nothing.
And hey, drink him if you got him. Trojan with Darth Rockman. Got a 14-7 game. Right. Pete Titterai doing some work on Randy Wiggs here. And after that score, Pete Titterai should be getting the ball here to start the half.
And he does, so maybe he can do a little double dipping here.
Normally play double for that kind of action, Darth.
I love my double dip.
All right, here comes Ellard out of the end zone to the 5. And taken down or out of bounds around the 8-yard line. What did you see in that first half?
Oh, boy, you always ask me this, and I'm always like, what the heck just happened?
We've been drinking. What the hell happened?
I saw a 4th down stop by the Rams, and then a score right before the half. If I had to sum up that first half, I mean that's where your scoring drives are right there. So, I don't think either team really played bad or anything like that. I think Cincinnati was trying to nickel and dime it a little bit, trying to get that ball, trying to run that clock out, and it kind of played against him in that regard. So. Goes back to one of those things where if you can score quick, great. It's but if you can score slower, it's even better. But that's the problem that you take. It's the risk of the other guy getting that ball back and scoring instead of you.
Huge tap off here. We just saw Holohan get thrown into the wide receiver 2 position, which means that he's not getting popcorn by Fulcher, and that led to that massive run 3 all the way to the 30-yard line, first down for Pete Titterai.
Yeah, nice run there for Pete. And he's going right back to that offset formation, force him to take Francis, see what he can do. And he
dive is missed. This could be a house call. Oh, he does get grappled. Ball is on the ground, but it is fumbled out of bounds. First down, Pete Titterai.
Wow. Yeah. So you can see how the tapping advantage is changing his game a little bit with how he plays and what guy he takes. He's not taking the burn route, going for a quick little shot there.
Randy Wiggs is in a situation where he's got to hope for some called plays because right now, the way everything is configured, the entire playbook can be used against him, and the tapping advantage is a major concern. Nice drone sack. I think that might be the second or third sack for Kevin Walker today, 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, it might be the 4th sack for Kevin Walker if I'm counting right. I have been keeping a close tally on his sacks.
Whose job was it to watch Walker? Oh, deflection at the line. He was trying to go underneath, so it probably wouldn't have been a huge gainer, but 4th down and 8 coming. Trying to get that 2-score advantage, and here comes the Lansford shit show.
See if he can block this thing. It's a huge game if he...
This is going to be a good kick.
Yeah, it's a whole different game if he can just block that game. But I'm still not out of it yet, but obviously now it's an uphill battle, being that you're P2, your chance of an onside kick is less. But, you still, basically, if you score quick and you stop him, you're still right in it. So we'll see what we can get.
So here's Icky Woods to the 15. Popcorn's a defender. Out of bounds, 1st down and 10.
Yeah, nice little run back to the 15. Still getting out of bounds. That's a good thing. I've been getting burned lately with staying in bounds, trying to get a few extra yards and fumbling the ball, and I just go back to, I'm just going to get out of bounds. It's just not worth it. So unless you have, the New Orleans or I think Pittsburgh with an elite speed, I just don't think it's worth trying to get any kind of additional yards in the original ROM.
There's 2 rules: no sacks 9 months in front of your favorite Tecmo Super Bowl tournament, and get out of bounds.
I like those rules. I like the second one better than the first one, but right. I think they're both good rules.
Unless you go get snipped, gentlemen. Get your husband spayed or neutered, right?
Yeah. I often tease guys who would get married during their deer hunting weekend. And I'm like, well, your anniversary is going to be this every year. I'm like, that's another rule of mine. Do not get married on deer hunting weekend.
This is church, ladies and gentlemen. This is a sermon.
Life lessons here, people. Ooh, 4th and 19. He's got to go for it.
It's player 2. He's in the hole here.
Yeah. He's got to do something here. He's got to air it up. Let's go to your money. Who's your money?
He's got the Kaiser in there. Jawohl. And it's knocked down. Pete Titterai on the verge of stepping away here. Randy Wiggs has to hold him to 3.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. Let's see if he can do it.
Run up the middle. There's the diver. Oh boy.
He's not going to.
We're in the 3rd quarter where that could be a proverbial nail for Pete Titterai in Randy Wiggs' coffin. This is this is devastating.
Yeah, now he needs some big help. He needs a big fumble turnover, or he needs a huge quick score. A couple of them with no chance of an onside kick, so that might have been a nail in his coffin. We'll see.
All right, here comes Woods out of the end zone, unable to get past the 15. 1st down for Randy Wiggs.
This will be interesting. I know that I will have my TTL championship, and this is the matchup as well. Not for the loser bowl here, but for the actual championship, are these exact 2 teams. And so I think, I'm not sure the timing of this, of when they played it. They might, but I think they're getting used to playing each other.
Well, here
Shameful
we go.
Plug for my tournament coming up.
TTL, man. Watch the streams, man. Darth does it right.
Yeah, we're going to be doing the whole traditional broadcast like we used to do. We're going to have.
Is Flash coming back?
Yeah, I think I do have Flash coming back, and we're going to do the whole green screen and some pregame show and all that sort of thing. So I hope everyone is able to watch that as well.
You haven't seen a Tecmo stream until you've seen a TTL championship. Overthrown at the 20-yard line. Welcome to the 4th quarter. You knew he was going to take a shot just from a timing standpoint, trying to be efficient with the clock. Yeah. You're going to see Wilhelm in the rest of the game probably. Icky Woods isn't good. I mean, at this point, you kind of have to mostly abandon the running game should we see James Brooks in the passing attack.
Yeah, I think Brooks, I'm not sure what his receptions are. He's got good receptions, doesn't he?
I want to say it's 44. I got to double check, but he's fast, and I think that's half the battle. There's just no speed on the outside for Cincinnati.
Receivers have good receptions or decent receptions, just no speed.
Going up to Brown, the slowest of the receivers. Does have him.
Oh, look at that. Yeah,
and
there you go. little dancing.
Try and hit me. Taken down to the 8, 1st and goal. This is where having Brooks in the running back spot is obviously very helpful. Nice cutback. Gets another block and a touchdown. Randy Wegg scores in a hurry. This game isn't over.
Wow, yeah, nice cutback by Randy Wiggs in that play. It's something that I can't say that that's something I do. I just feel like I don't have that skill of that quick turnaround with my controller or whatever it may be. So a great play by Randy on that, and two-score game here. So we'll see.
He's going for the onside, which is at the very least what it does is the clock is not ticking away as much. Ellard is dancing around. I would still say going with the shorter kick, the shorter into the pink meter would have made more sense, just because at that point the fumble would have been on the table, which means less time wasting.
Right. Yeah, a little bit. I would agree with you on that. Is your chances of an
Arrow
outside
truck.
kick or not?
He stays with him, and there's the covered catch against Fulcher. Are you shitting me? 1st down and 10. And Pete Titterai just can't seem to do anything wrong right now.
Still not that great with those receivers for an interception. I mean, the odds went up with being Fulcher, but just not. It's always a possibility.
Yeah, there's a lot of pass control INT. I know there's a formula out there that the number crunchers know.
Less than 10% of a chance of the interception, I bet you, with that high pass control.
Gaston Green to the house. This could be a championship berth here for Pete Titterai. Randy Weggs now back in the hole. Just unable to seem to be able to buy a stop today.
Yeah. He's just. I think maybe that playbook is just a little too much for him. I think maybe other players don't. Maybe they don't put in that playbook against Vulture. I don't know. I've also seen guys that take linebacker 4 on Cincinnati against that offset, just because you can potentially even stop us. But you have to out tap, and that's part of it. So if you have a good playbook and you can out tap, man, that's hard to stop.
Yeah, and I would imagine Randy Wiggs probably thought he would have had the tap advantage here. I think if he could go back in time, he would have taken the Rams, because it would have been a lot more methodical of a effort offensively for the Bengals to do damage against them.
Yeah, it's potential. And this is a good call. It's like either team, you kind of feel like, boy, I can do this with this team, and I can't do that with that team. So, and the Rams I never liked, because I always felt like you were dealing with so much luck when you played with them. But I don't think Pete is not really playing with luck with this game. He's just playing a really good, solid game.
So
he's playing smart.
I appreciate that Randy Weggs is still plugging away here. Mathematically, this game is essentially eliminated here. But one more heave, one more heave here. Let's see if he narrows the gap.
Yeah, it's always fun to watch. See if he can nail one here. Look at JJ practice. Just gotta avoid that guy though.
Brown's not gonna get all the way down the field here. Does get the JJ. It's gonna look on the stat sheet. Look at dancing around. Tap him. He's just not get the taps today against Pete Titterai. 31-14 your final. Pete Titterai advances. Randy Weggs' tournament is done. The defending champ is eliminated. Thanks for rocking it out there, Randy Weggs, all season. And we wish Pete Titterai the best of luck as he goes back into, well, I don't know if he's already been out of the frying pan. He just went through the fire. Did you go back into the frying pan? I don't know. He's got to beat Gats twice, so that's a tall order. So we'll see that match next, and if there's another one, you'll see another one right after that. Darth Rockman, any closing thoughts on this match?
No. It's just even though it wasn't a super close game, it was still fun to watch, and two really good players, and just sometimes these games get out of hand, but still fun to watch. And Pete played a really good game, smart game, great playbook, and that's Pete's strength, is that he just is a smart player and doesn't make a lot of mistakes. And if you have something go against you with Randy Weggs, that 4th down kind of that really kind of was the changer in that whole game, was that 4th down. He threw it. He had him open, but it got knocked down. Rams go and throw a JJ before the half, and after that, he just couldn't catch up. So it was still a fun game. So congratulations, Pete.
All right, we'll get the next game for you shortly. But before first off, thank you, Darth Rockman, for all your contributions this season, both as a player and as a commentator. I wanted to give you a chance if you want to plug any dates for TTL broadcast coming up for the fans out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Trojan. I think we're going to record it tomorrow, which is our Wednesday. So depending on when you air this, and then I'll probably plan it for sometime this weekend. So I don't have an exact date, but it will be coming up, and I'm going to post something on Facebook and Discord and things like that. So if everyone can watch, we certainly would love to have you. So thank you.
Absolutely. TTL, you guys want to get better at local tournament play while you're at home. You're going to get that original ROM experience and some interesting matchups. So TTL is where it at. That waiting list is how is it terribly long right now?
I think we're at like probably 11 or 12, so we're in double digits right now. So it's pretty healthy on the whole online playing. So it's great to see that. But as things change, and sometimes with HSTL, they got 3 leagues right now. So we'll see what we can do to get players involved, because we don't want a waiting list that's too long. But it's nice to have that health there. So
TTL 2.0 coming soon. maybe not. All right, Darth. Thanks so much. All right, guys, hang tight. One more quick message, and then we go into the championship series. For Darth Rockman, this is Trojan. Hang tight.
Dad always said, Norman, you have to give 100% every day.
If you want 100% whole grain, only one of these leading cereals has it. Only Wheaties is made with 100% whole grain.
Dad also said, Norman, if you want to be a champion,
better get your whole grain.
better eat your Wheaties. But you better never call me Norman.
And we are back. Trojan 1979 here on the Retro Sports Gamer channel. It's the Tecmo Super Bowl playoffs championship here for Gblan 2020. We have a championship game between Joey Gatz, who is the King Seat champion of the winner's bracket, against Pete Titterai, who played him previously, got knocked down into the loser's bracket, went through the competition, taking out tournament defending champion Randy Weggs, and now has to beat Joey Gatz twice. So this is game 1. Let's see if we can force a game 2. Before we get into the particulars, let's welcome into the booth for this championship broadcast the reigning, defending champion of Edge of 94, Midwest, Sega Genesis, as well as the Sochel Sega champion for the King of 94 Mario Lemieux Foundation tournament, Angry J93. How you doing?
Doing good, and just got out of my championship last weekend with the Mario Lemieux Foundation Sochel tournament, and we're right back into the thick of it here with another championship game on our hands, and I'm excited to see what we have go down here today.
You get a champion. You get a champion. Everyone gets a champion. It's championship week, and we're glad you're with us. So let's take a look at this matchup. Again, Joey Gatz, if he wins, this whole thing is over. If Pete Titterai can force another game, the winner of that game decides it all. So I'm up. Hit the mic. Trojan up here. Got Angry J down below, rocking the Giants hat. We've got a AFC West matchup. So something that you may have. Where do you live? What games do you end up seeing?
I see the Raiders games. I watched a lot of Raiders games, and I fell asleep during a lot of Raiders games when they were bad after the Gannon years.
Rough there after. We actually got Woodson after that in the Packers, and he went on the Super Bowl run. So thanks for losing the Super Bowl there. Appreciate that. So Pete Titterai called Chiefs and Raiders. Joey Gatz takes the Raiders. Now, this isn't a matchup we see a ton of, but it features a lot of studs on both sides of the ball, a lot of names, if you will. The Derek Thomases of the world, the Bo Jacksons, the Christian Okoyes. But there's more to this than just big names. There's some meta in there. So why don't you break it down for the fans? Let's get into the action for this championship game.
Troy, you just touched on a lot of the main players, the firepower in this matchup. Well, for Joey Gatz, he's got a decision to make. He's got Jay Schrader and Steve Berline to choose between, because the Kansas City defense, they can jump pick Jay Schrader with regularity in the secondary. So Berline would be a safer option. It would be a more vanilla type of offense, but in a championship matchup and you're in the catbird seat, you need to lose 2 games. You might take the safer option here to begin with. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Berline try and attack this Chiefs defense with Bo Jackson and Marcus Allen in tow with them. And then Kansas City, they got good options in the passing game, can try and take advantage of a weak Oakland, not exactly weak Oakland secondary, but one that's weak in pass interception. So I would expect to see a very volatile game with a lot of big plays here on both sides of the ball.
Percy Snow on defense. We saw an incomplete pass. Burline is in, as you predicted, to Fernandez. Past the marker and out of bounds. First down for Joey Gatz. Looks like Pete Hitteray might have been caught in a run call.
Hard to blame him when you got Bo Jackson on the side of that ball.
Burline underneath to Willie Gold. A lot of speed on the field to the 42 and out of bounds. First down, Joey Gatz.
See Pete Hitteray using Percy Snow to try and play both sides of it here.
Steve Burline buying time. As Jackson, fastest guy in the field. Here he goes out of bounds. Cross the 50 and a first down. 3 plays, 3 first downs for Joey Gatz. Moving the ball well.
Perfect play call right there. Had a wide open Jackson. Easy pass, and you love to get him in the open field if you can.
Switching to Derek Thomas. He runs right at him. Goes Joey Gatz with Bo Jackson, but he gets drone help. And just a 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8. Bo Jackson is not unstoppable. Pass 1 is the call, and we got one-on-one coverage underneath the Jackson. And out of bounds, unable to get that grapple.
Yeah, just we've seen this play time and time again this drive, just that underneath route. Burline taking advantage.
The dangerous run 3, tap off, and Gatz doesn't even press the button, 2nd and 11.
Yeah, he's saving his energy here. He might have 2 games, and he's just trying to string it along here.
Back-to-back run 3s. This time gets a broken tackle and gets out of bounds. First down and 10 for Joey Gatz. I think he's got 7 plays and 6 first downs.
Yeah, very efficient offense so far. Incredible to watch.
Jackson on the run. Here he goes. And to the end zone. No chance. Touchdown, Joey Gatz. And that is about as methodical as you'll see.
Yeah, that was. Just like you said, efficient. Almost every play was a first down except for that one run 3 that got stopped at the line of scrimmage. That was the tightest window that we saw in the entire drive, though. That last pass to Jackson's not the greatest receiver. So that's probably the tightest window that you would like to test in that situation. And Joey Gatz just perfect execution.
All right, here comes the Nigerian Nightmare out of the end zone. 10, 12, 15-yard line. And out of bounds at the 17. First and 10 for Pete Hitteray. Looks like we have some weak side open. We see that same pass 4 that Pete Hitteray used in game 1 when he faced Joey Gatz earlier in this broadcast. Interesting going with Wallace as the linebacker. Koye motion up the middle, and no blocking help, only 1 yard. 2nd and 9. Eddie Anderson on defense. He's got the high-low game. And going underneath to J.J. Burden, he's got the first down out of bounds at the 31-yard line. First down, Pete Hitteray. Nice and patient play there.
I think to not go downfield there, just take the easy first down, and we're back to first down, so the whole playbook is wide open.
Looks like he's caught in a run. Good options here for Pete Hitteray. Going up to turn the page, taking a chance on first down, and deflected. Perfect position by Joey Gatz. Pete Hitteray with the chance to give there on first down. Does not go his way. 2nd and 10.
Great adjustment by Gatz there.
DeBerg with not a lot of options. Maybe go to the tight end. Nope. Good coverage by Gatz. He's going cross field to J.J. Bird. Can he hit him? And the safeties get across, so well done by the drone. 7-0. Welcome to the second quarter. Joey Gatz up by a touchdown. 3rd and 10 coming for Pete Hitteray as he checks conditions.
Pete Hitteray living dangerously on that last play, dancing around with the mobile Steve DeBerg against a highly skilled Raiders defensive line, and then throwing in a double coverage to Burden. Probably not the play he was hoping to draw up on that, and he's going to need better execution here to stay in this game. You don't want to fall too far behind Joey Gatz. Going
with Harden on defense, a good call play. Trying to go to McNair. He does have the redirect, was favorable, but does not complete the pass. 4th down and 10 decision time. This would be a dangerous time to go for. I understand the situation that you're in, but
sense of urgency seems to be real.
4th down and 10, and he has a chance here. He's going to have to go up top. Oh, tries to go to McNair. Really a low percentage chance there against McNair, or with McNair against. I'm sorry, I completely spaced there, but that's just not a high percentage.
With the Berg or with Anderson in coverage.
Anderson coverage, thank you. So with there's just not a high math probability there.
Gatz did a great job to read that play. He looked like there was space on the bottom of the screen, and he was covering the top route, but he was just laying in wait. It was perfect.
Pass 1's the call. Burline, lots of options. Going to Brown across the field. And he's got him in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Joey Gatz, just like that, and he extends the lead.
Yeah, it's a huge conversion for Joey Gatz, taking advantage of the fourth down misfire on Kansas City's part, finding Tim Brown in the back of the end zone. I mean, he's not quite his superpowered self that you see in maybe later games, but still plenty good enough right there in that situation to receive the catch from Berline and establish a 2-touchdown lead. Pete Titteray needs a response here, and he needs it quick.
For all you Tim Brown Tecmo haters, he's not going to fumble the ball when he catches a touchdown pass in the end zone. First down and 10. Here's the weak side open run. Robinson on defense. It is a called play. Pick play doesn't matter. He gets a positive gain. 2nd and 7.
Yeah, anything positive right there, even after a pick play, is huge for Pete Titteray. He's got to get some momentum.
So despite this negative fortuitousness, if you will, down 14-0, if you get a touchdown here, you should get the ball to start the second half if you're Pete Titteray. So you're not out of this game. And nice block that you're looking for that one big play and zig-zagging. Here comes some popcorn. Okoye in front of the pack, 30-25. And out of bounds at the 22-yard line. Huge gain by Pete Titteray, and that is what this running attack can get you.
Critical play, had to have it. And now we're seeing a chance for Titteray.
Townsend in coverage. He's got 31 INT, and here comes DeBerg. And when you're Gatz, you're going to let DeBerg run all over the rest of the game if you want.
Yeah, time isn't quite the enemy of Titteray yet, but he does need to be considerate of it, and DeBerg running is not the most efficient way to move the ball.
DeBerg's not going to let this fly. He's just going to get the first down and get out of bounds. And Gatz went right past him. Interesting. First down and goal from the 8. McDaniel on defense, running across the formation, tap off. And that time Gatz tapped. It's almost like he's only tapping when he absolutely has to.
Mm-hmm. And he had good help there, so even if he did get shrugged off somehow, I mean, there was 2-3 more drums coming.
McDaniel again on defense. This time runs directly at him, running away. And the blockers completely ignore Gatz's defender. That's interesting. Third down and goal from the 4.
Unlucky break for Pete Titteray. That could have been a touchdown right there. Those blockers looked like they were out to clear a lane.
There's the bump. Running out of room. And gets to the 1. Pete Titteray did a good job extending that. And he's letting time melt away, which is important here. I'm not a fan of taking 3 here. It's certainly something you don't want to come away empty here, though. Ricky Ellison going for the bump. And Okoye with the popcorn gets in the end zone. Pete Titteray was a little hesitant. It could have cost him. It didn't. And he gets a touchdown, and that was a huge play for him.
I had the same exact feeling. Once he didn't go attack the line and try and find a hole, I was a little worried because there's 2 Raider defenders converging on him, but Okoye, as he does in a lot of cases, popcorns the defender and just walks right into the end zone as Joey Gatz got sucked into that offensive line. And that's a huge touchdown. This game's back on, and Pete Titteray gets the ball back.
Welcome to halftime. Being that this is always done through the preseason, we don't have the Mighty Bomb Jack show for you, but we do have hopefully a cheerleader in there. We do, a little winking cheerleader for you. So thanks for not skipping halftime, guys. We've got a 14-7 game. Pete Titteray with the possession right after the score there. What do we see in that first half?
We saw Joey Gatz execute perfectly on offense, just using Berline and Bo Jackson to the maximum extent and then taking advantage of a turnover. Now we have DeBerg and Bad. So Pete Titteray was able to get some momentum going, had that long run with Okoye to get into scoring zone or scoring range, and he took advantage of it. And he's going to have to figure out a way to do it again with DeBerg and Bad. So, maybe you don't take that shot down the field that you might see with Page, especially if Anderson's in man coverage. So I would expect more Okoye run plays coming our way.
All right, here's pass 4. He's got a few guys open, including the underneath route. Goes to Hayes. That's kind of a rare sighting.
Interesting choice there by Pete Titteray. It looked like he may have had Page at the top of the screen, but perhaps the angle with DeBerg and Bad wasn't quite right, and he just decided to take the safe play.
Same play, pass 4. He's got Hayes again. He's got the reception. Out of bounds at the 33 and a first down.
Hayes staying involved, maybe maybe Peter Wright doesn't expect Joey Guest to be paying attention, so he's taking the easy yards while he can get him.
Here's run 3. And cut back and a popcorn. Across the formation past the 50. Taken down to the 48. First down, Pete Titteray moving the ball well here in the third quarter.
You could sense Pete Titteray wanted that isolation tap-off against Joey Gats, but luckily the drone was there to support Gats.
Terry McDaniel on defense for Gats. 5 receivers open. Gets McNair. And Todd McNair out of bounds at the 31, first down.
After that first drive by Pete Titteray, it looked like league opportunities on offense, but he's really picking it up here.
Okoye for 6, second and 4, 2:40 Tecmo time remaining in the third, single back formation, top hash mark. Run 1's the call, and just short of the marker, 3rd and 1.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see another run play here, and hope Pete Titteray hopes that Okoye just gets into the open field.
Weak side open, early snap, which is advantageous for the offense. When you're on defense, you want to continue to cycle through until the motion man's all the way down. It helped Pete Titteray's blocking, and it resulted in a first down. It's pass 2. Back of the end zone, and covered and complete. Where do you want to go is either run the ball there or hit the top white WR1.
Yeah, it seemed like a risky play there for sure. I was a little surprised to see him release the ball in that situation.
So run 3, and I want to be clear here, taking a field goal is not the best option, but it does keep the game within 1 score and allows you to give up a field goal. And DeBerg, nowhere to go. I mean, you got to let that ball fly. You had guys, and at least there was a lot of open guys there. I think he panicked.
Yeah, top receiver, bottom receiver, they both look like possibilities.
So here comes the field goal. Not what Pete Titteray wanted, but he'll take it. And he has some cushion now. If Gats were to get a field goal on the board, he's still in this. You're going to imagine that you may be getting the ball back around 3 minutes maybe in the fourth quarter if the ball continues to get moved. So we'll see how that works. But wow, everyone's an average except Horton. And Fernandez. Oh, Sam Grady.
If he can maybe catch the ball, that could be a dangerous person to have.
He's got 25 now. He's got as much receptions, I think, as Bo just about here. We'll see. He's got some speed on the field, that's for sure.
You got to account for it one way or another.
Here's the run 3. Jackson really well defended by Pete Titteray. The blocking broke down the moment that Pete Titteray arrived. 2nd down and 5.
Big play would be huge here.
Oh, going to Sam Grady. He's got him in stride. Wow, look at that speed. And out of bounds at the 39-yard line. 10-14. Pete Titteray trailing Joey Gats in the fourth quarter.
Gats still just looking good on offense, using all of his weapons, moving the ball around. And I mentioned a big play would be huge here, but what play do you focus on? He's been using them all to perfection.
If you deliver, the Raiders have tremendous weapons. The quarterback is the weak point. Running out of real estate by just a few pixels there is Joey Gats, incomplete 2nd and 10. Called run 1, so this will help. And gobble them up 3rd down and 10. If I may say so, there's only one play that's super dangerous right now, and that's the run 1 against Derek Thomas. Everything else is defendable in the passing game. This game, so he's getting good support from the drones, but he didn't take him down there. He ran out of bounds, however, 4th down and 2.
This, I think, is an easy decision for Gats to go for. You've been moving the ball all game long. You count on yourself to get 2 yards here. Oh,
so no lurch there, and here goes Jackson, and taken down at the 19. 1st down for Joey Gats in the red zone. Pete Titteray did the right thing. Even if he gave the touchdown there, at least he would have had the ball back immediately. This actually favors Gats a little bit because more and more time is being taken away.
Yeah, the longer this drive goes, the happier he is. He doesn't care at this point.
Nice drone intervention there. 3rd down and 3. Pete Titteray, little Tecmo God favor there. And here's the run. Allen does just enough. Gets the marker. 1st down, taken down in bounds time. Taken away here, and now timeouts are used. 1st down and goal from the 8.
Good patient run by Joey Gatz, and you can see Pete Titterai just starting to press a little bit as it got picked up on that block, and he otherwise wouldn't usually.
And there's the run 3. Joey Gatz extends his lead here, and he can smell the championship.
Perfect execution, just like the other 2 drives he's had earlier in this game. I mean, Joey Gatz has provided no window of opportunity for Pete Titterai to really take a lead or establish himself in this game. And Joey Gatz came into the Capers, he up 1 game, and he's just taken further advantage of it and made the mountain that much taller for Pete Titterai.
Okoye to the 15 and to the 18, first down. A good Christian Okoye. Topic Nair isn't good, and I would almost wonder if Okoye doesn't find himself in the receiving attack. Okoye is still in the running game here. We'll see if Gatz allows these run plays to happen. So run 3. You're trying to basically just play that to prevent defense. And now, Popcorn, nice job. Time ticking away, you need to get points in a hurry.
Great, but they take up a lot of time. You might have to just chuck it up here and see what
Scott
happens.
McNair in stride, well done. Nice hot route there to the 35, taken down. First and 10, 140 Tecmo time, bottom hash mark. Going up the page. In the end zone. He's got him. Touchdown, Pete Titterai. This game is not over.
Beautiful conversion there by Pete Titterai, finding the open Stephon Page. The bird just floated up there beautifully. I mean, you couldn't have drawn it up any better than what you just saw. So, player 1, luckily, is Pete Titterai, so he has a chance at this onside kick, which he desperately needs to stay in this game, because kicking away is not an option.
Doink, doink, and picked up by Allen. So he can't fumble this. It doesn't happen once the onside kick is treated like a fumble recovery. First down and 10, and you can't have 2 fumbles in the same play. So we have Thomas across the formation, Jackson, and he's just going to waste time. And looks like Pete Titterai got knocked down, and Jackson is zigging and zagging. Not out of bounds at the 9-yard line, 17 seconds remaining. I imagine he's going to run it backwards here.
Couldn't ask for a better player to waste the time with me, Bo Jackson.
The ball control is with him. And out of bounds, and that is your ball game, 21-17. A big round of applause in chat. Type, I don't know what R for respect or whatever, for Joey Gatz for the championship, as well as giving props to Pete Titterai in a great run, not losing until the winners' finals, and coming back and making a game of it. He would not go away. Pete Titterai continues to advance his placement year to year in this tournament. Joey Gatz wins his second tournament in 3 years with the Gblan online tournament. Can't say much else. It was just a tremendous performance.
Exactly. I mean, Joey Gatz came in heavy as a favorite probably, and he just proved why we believe that he is in any tournament that he enters. I mean, Pete Titterai didn't really make many mistakes. He made one mistake on the first drive where he didn't convert his 4th down, and that was it. That was the only mistake he made all game long. But Joey Gatz was in control the entire time, even though Pete Titterai played really well. I mean, that just goes to show what level Joey Gatz is at game in and game out, and he displayed it over the course of the season and the tournament. And, Pete Titterai played great, and he just ran into the wrong person 2 times and, just wasn't on the right side of it. So congratulations to both of them on fantastic seasons, and to Joey Gatz as being the champion.
Absolutely. So stay tuned here. We're going to have an interview with Joey Gatz right after this message. All right, everyone. It's been a great season. We're really glad you're still hanging out with us. I am happy to welcome the champion of the 2020 Online Tecmo Super Bowl Championship for Gblan, the one, the only 3-time world champion, Joey Gatz. How's it going, Joey?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Oh, great. It's always good to put a ribbon on these things. So you just finished up. Was this the last online tournament, last online league for Joey Gats?
Yep, absolutely.
So are we done for now? Or are we done forever? That's what the fans want to
As
know.
of now, it's definitely forever.
As of now, it's forever. So there's no door. There's no situation that brings you back in Online Tecmo.
I mean, I can never count anything out. Maybe if there's like a charity event that's being thrown by someone, I don't know, but I don't see anything bringing me back. No.
All right. So you had a pretty good tournament run. Looks like the only scare that I recall seeing in the games that we covered was that game against the Shield where he fumbled scrambling around with Rodney Pete, and you scooped it up and ran it in for a touchdown on a called play. Outside of that, did you feel any situation where you felt like you were in trouble during the tournament?
Like you said, the Shield game for sure. I thought I lost. I gave up hope. I thought it was over. And he just did something that he normally doesn't. And he got real cocky because he saw Pete in excellent, I think. Pete was an excellent, right?
Correct.
So that made him cocky. So if Pete wasn't an excellent, that never happens. So I was fortunate enough for that to happen. And yeah, that one kept me alive. And then I think another scare was versus Matty D when I almost choked at the end and gave him a last second JJ chance to win the game against me.
So,
yeah, the Matty D game. He definitely could have got a JJ if he went to the right receiver, but he went to someone slow. So I was fortunate there too.
Was there
Besides that,
was there anyone that when you were going through this season that really surprised you, stepped up their game, that thought, man, this guy can play, either as an opponent or just observing the streams?
dude, see, but that was not in elimination rounds, but it was in the what do you call it? Group, I guess group play or Swiss play.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. He should have beat me. He had the game in control like Shield pretty much, and he just started throwing the ball anywhere. Like he wasn't even thinking about his throws. He would just hike the ball and throw it right away where I was at. So, and then on defense, he was just felt like he was just letting me score. He was leaving the receiver open deep. But before that, he had me on the ropes. So yeah, Deuce surprised me. He played really good.
What did you learn in this tournament personally as a Tecmo player?
I learned that playing a lot of games definitely helps your game because during this tournament, me and MX would play like 60 to anywhere from 60 to like 100 games a week. So it really got me as sharp as I could be.
So that would so just a lot of side games was your training for this.
Yeah, just me playing MX.
What were your thoughts regarding the themes in the group stage, if you will? The various.
I didn't like that. That was a surprise. I was complaining behind the scenes more so than in front of the scenes because I didn't want to put no like burden on you because I know it's hard to run a tournament with all these people and stuff. So I just kept my comments between me and the small group of people that I do chat with. But I mean, it was a good twist. So I get why you did it. You didn't want to be just like Thunderdome. You wanted to try to have your own identity. And some of them were cool. I like the No Out of Bounds, the Stand.
That was my next question. Which ones did you like?
Yeah, the Out of Bounds, the Stan Brock. The other one wasn't a big deal. It was just one where you had to be like a certain team, and a certain team had to be involved in the matchup. Was it Detroit or Cincinnati?
The Goodbye Horses. That was you either had to be in a matchup with the Colts or a matchup with the the Broncos. So there were limited matchups available there to folks. So you had to call matchup on those.
That one wasn't bad neither. The only bad one that really made me mad was that you couldn't change playbooks. That one was horrible.
They are who we thought they were. that was default playbooks. That was a tournament that was an ode to those default playbook tournaments that radio stations like to roll. So that guy coming off the street, this is how I played the game, and it really made people think a little bit out. I think that was the idea behind a lot of this, was to get folks thinking a little bit out of their Tecmo box a little bit and stretch their imagination on how the game can be played. So thanks for your input on those.
Yeah, that one was brutal. Me and AC went down to the wire, and he got unlucky. Yeah, that one was tough.
Yeah.
The lurch room was all right, because no one really even lurched anyway. So.
Yeah, we didn't see too much of that. It was out there. I think so many people are used to not playing that way, and we even see with like the hardcore, right? I mean, you've been to at least 2 hardcore tournaments now, maybe 3. You've been to 3, right? Because you've been down to Chicago, and then you've been to 2 Green Bay hardcore tournaments. How much has lurching really played an issue in your games?
The first tournament, it played a big issue. But the second tournament, the funny thing was I was basically Green Bay and Tampa Bay the whole tournament, so it didn't play a part at all.
So by then you kind of figured out the adjustment and are able to make that work, I see. Okay, so speaking of local tournaments, obviously the Tecmo schedule of things has been modified by states shutting down and then reopening. Are you still hitting the local tournament scene when things open back up?
Yeah, I'm still gonna be active live. Why not?
Absolutely.
Because live it's only one day of stress, but online, like I realized, like when I really want to win something, like I wanted to win Gblan real bad, the amount of stress I put on myself is unhealthy. Like there's days where I'm not eating because I can't eat till after I play the matchup and stuff like that. Like especially the last 3 games, like so much stress.
Don't put so much pressure on yourself, buddy. Well, anything else that you want to tell the fans out there before we wrap this up? It's been a great season.
I just got to dedicate this one to Johnny MX for playing all them games with me that we play. And we still play, but during the tournament, like, yeah, without MX, I would have not have been able to be this sharp and at the top of my game. This is definitely the best I played online in at least 2.5 years because I've been horrible online. So yeah, just got dedicated to MX.
So, but Joey Gatz, everyone, congratulations on your victory, and we'll see you, I guess, at the next local tournaments whenever you get to them. So, thanks everyone, and one final piece for everyone: hang tight.